little workflow situation over the weekend in ClickUp because I wanted a way to basically drop in anything that I have going on for the week, any recipes that I want to make to inform me when I go to the grocery store. So, for example, let's say this week I really want to make this green juice. I need a batch of green juice. And then I actually also really want to do some udon noodles. Then I'll tag this week as well. And what have you. I could just add whatever I wanted from here, right? And let me show you a bit how this is broken down. So basically, underneath each of these, which serve as the recipes, I have subtasks for each ingredient. So I know that if I want to make this week, then I'm going to need oil, shiitake mushrooms, mirin, sake. I'm going to need all those things. And here's the amount of each that I need. I've marked them all ingredient. You'll see why. And then the department that they're in. So this is obviously in the packaged food. This is in the produce section. This is in the produce section. And then the store that I would get it at, because I'm probably not going to be able to find shiitake mushrooms at Publix or the King Oyster mushrooms. And if I do, anyways, I just prefer to get them at the Asian market. So that is how this is basically built out. And then the same for my little green juice situation down here. I know that I need all of these things to kind of create that. And then I want to get my produce at Whole Foods because I like Whole Foods produce or whatever you prefer. Then I have everything here kind of separated by what type of meal type is what it's labeled. So for me, that means like, is this an appetizer? Is this like a meal, like a whole meal? Is this meat? So this is just a recipe for miso butter salmon, but there's nothing in there about like sides or anything like that. Is this a standalone side, like how I have these maple Dijon roasted carrots? Is this a snack, dessert, drink, whatever? So that is how that is built out. And then I have just the recipe link there if it is relevant. For some of these things, they're my own recipes that I don't necessarily follow like a formal recipe for. So now that I have marked these things here this week, I have a really cool automation set up in here where when something is tagged this week, then it's going to go directly into my shopping list. And I have some filters and stuff built out, so it'll automatically pull in those ingredients. Let me show you. So if I go into here, now that I've marked these this week, it's already populated in here because it triggered that automation. So looking overall just this week, I know that this is what I'm going to make. But then when I go to the store, I can pull up this shopping list, which has taken both of these and just the subtasks underneath here. Remember, I marked them ingredient. It is pulling them into here. So I know when I go to the store in the produce section, I need all of these things. I know that I'm going to get most of these things from Whole Foods, but it looks like this week I might need to actually make a trip to the Asian market, right? So there's that situation, and then I will just mark them like as I go along. I just want to mark them bought. So I have another automation set up in here where when I mark something bought, then it just, I need to fix this. When I mark something bought, then it just like closes it out. So I have closed turned on here because I kind of like to see them checked off. But now that I've shut that off, that's just going to go away, like that task or subtask in here. So now I know that I don't have to buy that anymore. So if I'm looking at this before I go to the store, I know, okay, I already actually have oil in my pantry and I have soy sauce and sugar. So I don't really need to buy those things, right? So now that I have this closed, it's gonna just go away. I would need to refresh just because I'm doing a lot of things in here right this second. But I think this is super cool. When it comes to this, I can take this a step further. And if I really want to get granular with like budget and how much things cost, I could actually create another custom field here for, I don't know, average cost for each of these items. And then pull it into here, create another view for like weekly budget. And I know that if I add these things, then it's going to take all of those costs for each of these ingredients and it's gonna basically calculate them at the bottom. So I know that if I have these two things, my grocery bill should be, I don't know, like $30 for the week. So there's a lot you can do with this. I think this is pretty cool. This is gonna make it really great for when I go to the grocery store. That way I don't have to be jumping from department to department, buying unnecessary things. I can really hone in on what I want for the week and what the ingredients are, and just make better decisions all around. And the good thing about this is, like, once you set it up, you don't have to set it up again. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of upfront work here, but worth it because now I don't have to do it anymore. So let me know what you think of this workflow here. I had a lot of fun making it. If you have any questions about implementing this for yourself, ask them below. I'm happy to answer.